Jai Gurudev, and thank you for joining us today. Today we have with us an art of living expert and an officer of the Vedic Dhamma Sansthan. Today we are going to discuss about the Project Bharat. So let's begin. So what exactly is Project Bharat and how did it originate under Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji's guidance? Yes, Jai Gurudev, and thank you for joining us today. So Project Bharat is a visionary initiative launched by the Art of Living Foundation under the guidance of His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji. Its aim is to awaken the nation's consciousness by reconnecting every citizen to the roots of India's timeless culture, values, and dharmic wisdom. Gurudev often says Bharat is not just a country, it is a consciousness that vibrates with compassion, knowledge, and unity. The project began as a realization that despite our technological and economic progress, the moral and cultural fiber of society needs strengthening by integrating spiritual education, rural empowerment, environmental rejuvenation, and cultural literacy. Project Bharat bridges ancient wisdom with the modern living. It started with a few pilot programs in Karnataka and Maharashtra and has now grown to touch millions of lives across India. It embodies Gurudev's belief that a truly developed nation is one where material success and inner peace coexist in harmony. So, what is the central philosophy behind the name Project Bharat and why not India Project? The word Bharat holds profound spiritual and cultural meaning, derived from Bha or light and Rat, one who delights. Bharat means one who delights in light, that is, one who rejoices the knowledge in knowledge and consciousness. His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji often explains that India represents the political identity, but Bharat represents the soul of our civilization. Project Bharat is not merely about geographical revival, it is about reviving Bharatiyata, the inner strength that has sustained this land for millennia. It promotes unity in diversity, where dharma, respect, and awareness guide human behavior. Calling it a Project Bharat emphasizes the inner awakening of individuals rather than just external development. The project seeks to restore pride in being Bharatiya, to make every citizen remember that our true wealth lies in compassion, character, and consciousness. Thus, the name itself is a mantra reminding people of who we are and what we stand for as a nation rooted in Dharma. Now, how does the Project Bharat connect to Gurudev's broader global mission of peace and human values? His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji's mission has always been global, to create a stress-free, violence-free world. Project Bharat is the Indian embodiment of that same vision. While the Art of Living has carried yoga, meditation, and humanitarian work to over 180 countries, Gurudev felt that the time had come to strengthen the foundation of the land from where this knowledge originated. Project Bharat represents India's contribution to global peace, demonstrating how spiritual wisdom can build a resilient society. As Gurudev often says, a strong Bharat means a peaceful world through value education, rural empowerment, and interfaith harmony. The project aims to make India a living example of unity through spirituality. The same principles that guide Art of Living trauma relief in war zones or meditation in parliaments are being applied to villages, schools, and cities across Bharat. While when individuals experience inner peace, their surroundings naturally reflect a harmony. This is the heart of Gurudev's mission, and Project Bharat is its embodiment on Indian soil. So, how is the Project Bharat structured and implemented across the country? Project Bharat operates through a decentralized model rooted in self empowerment and volunteerism, a hallmark of the Art of Living movement. The project is implemented through local centers, volunteers, and collaborations with the panchayats, schools, and universities. Each district has a Project Bharat coordinator who works with community leaders to identify needs, whether cultural, educational, or environmental. Under Gurudev's guidance, four pillars were created: cultural revival, rural empowerment, environmental restoration, and national integration. The Vedic Dhamma Sansthan ensures scriptural authenticity, while the Art of Living provides training, meditation, and leadership programs. Activities range from river rejuvenation to youth leadership training, from reviving Sanskrit learning to conducting mass meditations. The framework is flexible, designed to adapt to local contexts while maintaining the core spirit of dharmic revival. The entire structure functions as a living organism, dynamic, volunteer driven, and rooted in seva or selfless service. Every village becomes a model of transformation, showcasing how spiritual knowledge can drive real development. What are some tangible results or milestones achieved by Project Bharat so far? The scale of Project Bharat's impact has been extraordinary. By mid 2025, the project reached over 6 crore people across 2 lakh villages, According to verified reports, thousands of self help groups have been formed in rural areas, empowering women economically and socially. Over 40 rivers and 5,000 water bodies have been rejuvenated, providing a sustainable irrigation and drinking water to lakhs of families. In education, more than 1.5 crore students have participated in Project Bharat cultural literacy workshops, learning about India's history, yoga, meditation, and values. Simultaneously, over 50,000 youth have been trained in leadership and entrepreneurship through the Yuvacharya and Project Bharat leadership programs. The initiative has also fostered communal harmony by organizing interfaith dialogues and cultural festivals across states. Media houses like the Economic Times and Business Standard have described Project Bharat as India's silent cultural revolution. It's not a government project, it's a people's movement, proving that when citizens unite in spirit and seva or selfless service, transformation becomes inevitable. How does Project Bharat integrate modern education with the ancient Indian wisdom? Project Bharat is built on Gurudev's belief that education must nourish both the intellect and the spirit. The modern education system often focuses on information, but Project Bharat seeks transformation. It brings together Vedic knowledge and scientific reasoning, ensuring that students grow both intelligent and wise through programs like Bharat Sanskriti Gyan and Know Your Roots. Children are introduced to stories from the Vedas, Upanishads, and epics like the Ramayana and Mahabharata not as mythology but as living knowledge about values, ethics, and human psychology. Simultaneously, the project integrates modern disciplines like environmental science, digital literacy, and entrepreneurship. Gurudev's emphasis is on developing the whole child, someone who can think critically, act compassionately, and live joyfully. Many art of living schools and partner institutions have already embedded this dual curriculum. It's not about going backward, it's about taking the light of the past to illuminate the future. This synthesis makes education holistic, relevant, and deeply rooted in Bharat's soul. Now, what is the spiritual foundation of Project Bharat according to Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji? Project Bharat stands on the timeless spiritual foundation that Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the world is one family. His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji envisioned this initiative not as a religious movement but as a civilizational renaissance. The goal is to reconnect India's citizens, especially the youth, with their spiritual roots while celebrating diversity through meditation, moral education, and awareness of India's scientific heritage. Gurudev wants every citizen to rediscover inner strength and pride in dharmic values, compassion, honesty, and seva. The project encourages people to see spirituality not as ritual but as a lifestyle, one that naturally brings harmony, productivity, and joy. In Gurudev's words, when knowledge and belongingness rise together, transformation becomes effortless. Thus, Project Bharat becomes both a personal and national awakening. How does the Project Bharat aim to reach every household in India? The scale of Project Bharat is unprecedented. The plan is to reach approximately 6.6 lakh villages and over 29 crore households. Thousands of trained volunteers and coordinators are visiting homes with specially curated knowledge booklets, audiovisual materials, and sessions that blend science, spirituality, and culture. These are not just religious texts, they include stories of great Indian scientists, thinkers, and saints from all communities. The approach is completely inclusive and secular in execution. Digital platforms, AI driven outreach, and multilingual educational resources make it possible for even remote villages to connect with the wisdom of India. Each household visit creates a ripple, reigniting curiosity about our dharmic past and inspiring a new confident citizenry for the future. How is the Art of Living Network contributing to Project Bharat? The Art of Living Foundation has one of the largest volunteer networks in the world, spanning more than 180 countries. For Project Bharat, this network is serving as a living backbone of execution. Thousands of Art of Living volunteers, including teachers, youth leaders, and professionals, have joined hands to bring the vision to life. They are conducting orientation programs, training new volunteers in cultural sensitivity, and ensuring that every home visit becomes a meaningful conversation, not a formality. The Foundation's experience in handling massive humanitarian and educational campaigns such as Mission Green Earth, Sri Sri Rural Development Projects, and Prison Smart has provided perfect infrastructure for Project Bharat's rollout. It's not just about logistics, it's about transmitting Gurudev's energy of love and belongingness to every heart. So, what is the significance of calling it Project Bharat instead of Project India? The term Bharat carries a vibrational and civilizational resonance that the word India cannot fully express. Bharat represents the spiritual identity of the nation, the land of light, the Bha, and where knowledge or Rata resides. His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji consciously chose the term Bharat to remind citizens of their roots, their inner dharma, and their innate potential. India reflects a modern geopolitical identity, but Bharat evokes the consciousness, the culture of saints, sages, music, and meditation. Through Project Bharat, Gurudev wishes to dissolve the false dichotomy between tradition and modernity. He often says a progressive nation does not abandon its roots, it draws strength from them. Thus, Project Bharat becomes a movement of identity restoration. What role does youth engagement play in Project Bharat? The youth are the central pillars of Project Bharat. Gurudev has always believed that India's demographic dividend can only become meaningful when it aligns with values. Young volunteers are being trained not just in leadership or cultural literacy, but also in emotional intelligence, meditation, and service oriented action. They act as ambassadors of Bharat, entering communities with enthusiasm and inclusiveness in colleges and schools. Project Bharat sessions include discussions on ancient scientific discoveries, sustainable living inspired by Vedic principles, and how inner peace leads to outer progress. The energy of youth is being directed towards social upliftment rather than ideological division. In Gurudev's words, youth must not burn with anger, they must glow with awareness. What are some unique educational components of Project Bharat? Project Bharat introduces educational modules that blend ancient Indian wisdom with the modern scientific understanding. Each module highlights India's contribution to astronomy, mathematics, metallurgy, architecture, yoga, and medicine. There are also modules on spiritual psychology, how pranayama, meditation, and chanting impact the nervous system and emotional health. The project also teaches about great reformers like from Adi Shankaracharya to Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, showcasing how spirituality and science coexisted harmoniously. These are being presented in a contemporary format, including documentaries, animated content, and storytelling sessions for children. The intent is to instill both pride and practicality, knowing one's roots while preparing to innovate for the future. How does Gurudev see the connection between spirituality and national development? For Gurudev, spirituality is the unseen infrastructure of national progress. Material prosperity without inner peace creates restlessness. Spirituality without material engagement creates stagnation. Project Bharat seeks to balance the two. Gurudev often emphasizes that true development means a happy, responsible, and cooperative society, not merely GDP growth. Through meditation and cultural awareness, Project Bharat helps individuals overcome stress, greed, and conflict, the very elements that block collective progress. When citizens experience inner calm, corruption naturally drops, creativity rises, and communities thrive. In Gurudev's words, a calm mind and a caring heart and a clear vision. This is the new Bharat. How does the Vedic Dhamma Sansthan support this initiative? The Vedic Dhamma Sansthan acts as a scholarly and spiritual backbone to Project Bharat. It provides scriptural authenticity, curates textual material, and ensures the teachings are rooted in Vedic accuracy yet accessible to modern audiences. The Sansthan collaborates with Sanskrit universities, research institutes, and scholars to verify ancient sources and translate them into practical wisdom. It also organizes Homa, satsangs, and cultural festivals that celebrate India's spiritual essence. The integration of Dharma into daily life through rituals, mindfulness, and environmental reverence is what makes Project Bharat more than just a campaign. It is a living movement of rediscovering the sacredness of life. How does the Project Bharat integrate technology with spirituality? In an age of smartphones and AI, Project Bharat uses a digital power to spread ancient wisdom. The initiative includes a mobile app, AI assisted translation tools, and an online volunteer training portal. Digital libraries host interactive versions of Vedic texts, while 3D visuals make temple architecture and mythological stories come alive. Gurudev encourages using technology as a tool of connection, not distraction. He often says when technology carries the fragrance of wisdom, it becomes divine. Through webinars, podcasts, and social media campaigns, Project Bharat is reaching millennials in their own language, making Dharma dynamic and relevant for today's generations. What is the long term vision of Gurudev for Project Bharat? Gurudev says long term vision is not limited to India's borders, it is to create a global Bharat consciousness. He envisions an India where every child grows with both knowledge and compassion, where every village becomes self reliant and peaceful, and where spirituality informs governance, business, and education. Project Bharat is the seed of that transformation. Over the next decade, Gurudev sees Bharat emerging as the guiding light of global harmony, a model where economic growth coexists with ethical and ecological sensitivity. The dream is of a Bharat that shines not through power but through purity, a nation that radiates peace to the world. Now, how does the Project Bharat help preserve India's cultural heritage? Project Bharat emphasizes that culture is the backbone of identity. His Holiness Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankarji believes that when citizens understand their roots, they gain confidence and direction. Through workshops, festivals, and educational programs, the project revives the classical music, dance, Sanskrit learning, temple architecture, and traditional crafts. Young Pratinidhis are trained to organize local cultural events, bringing together communities. Art of Living volunteers integrate yoga, meditation, and Vedic wisdom into schools and colleges, making cultural learning experiential rather than theoretical. Additionally, digital archives and mobile apps showcase India's spiritual and artistic wealth, ensuring even remote villages can access these resources. The aim is to create pride without exclusion, highlighting India's pluralism while re establishing the moral and spiritual framework that has sustained its civilization. Gurudev often says a society that loses its culture loses its soul. Revive culture, and prosperity naturally follows. How are women empowered through Project Bharat? Women are central to societal transformation. Project Bharat identifies women leaders in each village and equips them with the training in leadership, self defense, skill development, and financial literacy. Initiatives such as micro enterprise support, organic farming, and digital literacy allow women to contribute economically and socially. Gurudev emphasizes that empowered women create empowered families, which in turn strengthen communities. Programs like Project Pavitra focus on self confidence, inner peace, and leadership for women, helping them overcome societal barriers. By blending spiritual practices with the practical skills, women gain clarity, resilience, and the ability to make impactful decisions. As one Pratinidhi shared, women become catalysts for holistic development, bringing harmony, education, and innovation into every household. How does the Project Bharat approach environmental sustainability? His Holiness Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankarji envisions environmental care as inseparable from personal responsibility. Project Bharat implements sustainable practices like natural farming, tree plantation drives, river and water body rejuvenation, and clear energy awareness. Seva Yodhas train Pratinidhis to lead environmental initiatives in villages, turning them into models of ecological balance. The program also educates communities about waste management, water conservation, and biodiversity preservation. By combining practical interventions with a spiritual consciousness, teaching respect for nature as a living entity, Project Bharat inspires behavioral change. Gurudev often says, care for the planet comes from a peaceful individual. When we see the planet as part of ourselves, every action becomes mindful. This integration of ethics and ecology ensures sustainability is not imposed but embraced naturally. How are youth leaders trained to become Pratinidhis? Youth selection is rigorous and intentional. Candidates are chosen based on passion, integrity, and willingness to serve their community. Training includes leadership skills, team management, cultural literacy, meditation, and stress management, and practical implementation techniques. The 5E model of envision, educate, empower, engage, and establish is central to this process. Pratinidhis learn to mobilize community projects, conduct awareness campaigns, and monitor progress. Gurudev emphasizes the cultivation of inner calm, empathy, and resilience, believing that a balanced mind is the foundation for effective leadership. By equipping youth with spiritual and practical tools, Project Bharat creates selfless change agents who can influence every facet of village life, from education and health to environmental action. How are spiritual practices incorporated into Project Bharat initiatives? Spiritual practices are integrated in subtle yet powerful ways. Pratinidhis and volunteers practice meditation, pranayama, and mindfulness daily, ensuring inner clarity and emotional balance. Community sessions introduce villagers to simple breathing exercises, stress relief techniques, and value based discussions, fostering mental well being and harmonious relationships. Gurudev believes that social change cannot occur without personal transformation. By instilling sattva or purity and balance in individuals, conflicts reduce, cooperation increases, and communities thrive. Even in technical or environmental projects, the focus on awareness and intention ensures that actions are conscious rather than mechanical. This blend of inner work and outer service is the hallmark of Project Bharat's approach. How does the Project Bharat utilize technology for management and reporting? Project Bharat leverages modern technology to ensure efficiency and transparency. The Project Bharat mobile app allows real time data collection from every village, tracking initiatives like environmental projects, skill training, and educational programs. Geotagging ensures accountability and enables centralized monitoring of thousands of pratinidhis and seva yodhas. The app also provides training materials, event calendars, and communication channels. Integration with the Art of Living Online India CRM ensures reports are accurate and actionable. Gurudev often emphasizes technology without consciousness is dangerous. Technology with consciousness is transformative. By combining digital infrastructure with spiritual guidance, the Project Bharat ensures scale, accountability, and sustainable growth. How do Pratinidhis measure impact in their communities? Pratinidhis measure impact through tangible metrics and qualitative observations. Quantitative measures include the number of students trained, households reached, women empowered, environmental initiatives executed, and community events organized. Qualitative impact is assessed through improved mental well being, increased social harmony, and enhanced community participation. The Project Bharat mobile app enables systematic reporting and geotagging, creating a transparent impact database. Gurudev teaches that the ultimate measure of success is not just numbers but transformation in consciousness when individuals act with empathy, integrity, and collaboration. Thus, data and dharma combine, producing sustainable community growth. How does the Project Bharat balance tradition and modernity? His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji emphasizes that Project Bharat does not impose the past but harmonizes it with the present. Ancient wisdom is presented alongside contemporary solutions. Yoga and meditation coexist with digital literacy, Vedic knowledge with entrepreneurship, and cultural festivals with the scientific awareness. The goal is not to romanticize the past but to extract principles that remain relevant: ethics, harmony, respect for nature, and community cohesion. Modern tools help us scale these teachings while traditional values provide timeless guidance. This integration ensures that communities are future ready yet deeply rooted in Dharma. Now, what role do Seva Yodhas play in Project Bharat? Seva Yodhas are the field level facilitators of Project Bharat. They oversee the selection, training, and mentorship of Pratinidhis. These area leaders ensure that initiatives are contextually appropriate and aligned with the Gurudev's vision. Seva Yodhas provide spiritual guidance, practical knowledge, and logistical support, ensuring that every community project is executed efficiently. They act as bridges between the central leadership and grassroots volunteers. Gurudev describes them as pillars of the nation, empowering ordinary citizens to become extraordinary agents of transformation. Their leadership ensures continuity, accountability, and sustainable impact. How does the Project Bharat address social challenges like de addiction and mental health? Project Bharat integrates holistic wellness into community development. Villages host de addiction workshops, counseling sessions, and stress management programs, combining art of living techniques with practical guidance. Meditation, Sudarshan Kriya, and breathing exercises help individuals reduce anxiety, improve focus, and regain control over habits. Mental health awareness campaigns destigmatize seeking help and promote community support. Gurudev teaches that addressing inner imbalance is essential for outer transformation. By tackling personal challenges like addiction, stress, and social alienation, Project Bharat strengthens families, reduces crime, and fosters healthy communities, creating a ripple effect of well being across the nation. How does the Project Bharat support skill development and employment in villages? His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji envisioned Project Bharat as a catalyst for self-reliance. Skill development is central to this vision. Pratinidhis identify local youth and women and provide training in vocational skills such as organic farming, digital literacy, handicrafts, renewable energy technologies, and small-scale entrepreneurship. Workshops often combine technical knowledge with the soft skills, leadership, communication, teamwork, and ethics. By creating micro enterprises, cooperatives, and local employment opportunities. Project Bharat empowers communities economically while fostering dignity and independence. Additionally, partnerships with the corporate CSR programs and government skill initiatives allow trained individuals to access formal employment channels. The focus is on long term sustainability. The aim is not short term jobs, but resilient communities where individuals are equipped to innovate and create livelihoods. While remaining rooted in dharmic values, Gurudev emphasizes skill without ethics can harm society, skill with values transforms it. Now, how does the Project Bharat foster national integration? National integration is both a spiritual and practical goal. Project Bharat brings together citizens from diverse religions, castes, and regions under a common vision of harmony, service, and cultural pride. Activities such as community gatherings, joint cultural festivals, environmental drives, and meditation sessions encourage collaboration across divides. Pratinidhis are trained to handle local conflicts with empathy, guided by ancient principles of dharma and modern conflict resolution techniques. Gurudev often says unity does not mean uniformity, it means celebrating diversity while serving a shared purpose. By connecting villages and towns across India, Project Bharat creates a web of conscious citizens committed to peace, inclusivity, and collective action, a foundation for a stronger, united Bharat. How does Project Bharat address rural entrepreneurship? Rural entrepreneurship is a key pillar of Project Bharat. The Pratinidhis identify local resources, craft traditional products, and create market linkages for farmers and artisans. For example, organic produce, handicrafts, and Swadeshi goods are promoted through local fairs, online platforms, and collaboration with cooperatives. Seva Yodhas provide mentorship in financial planning, marketing, and sustainable practices. Gurudev highlights that entrepreneurship is not just about profit, it is about empowerment, dignity, and contribution to society. By equipping villages with skills, knowledge, and networks, Project Bharata fosters self reliance and reduces rural urban migration, ensuring balanced development. How are healthcare and wellness initiatives implemented in Project Bharat? Project Bharat integrates wellness into daily life. Pratinidhis organize yoga and meditation camps, health checkups, de addiction workshops, and awareness sessions on nutrition and sanitation. Traditional practices like Ayurveda are introduced alongside modern healthcare techniques. Meditation and breathing exercises enhance mental health and resilience. Gurudev emphasizes preventative care, empowering individuals to manage stress, reduce anxiety, and maintain physical health. Camps often extend to women and children, creating a generational impact on holistic wellness. By combining spiritual well being with the physical health, Project Bharat ensures communities are vibrant, resilient, and ready to engage in social and economic development. How are the Pratinidhis motivated and supported to sustain their work? Motivation comes from alignment with Gurudev's vision and tangible impact in communities. Pratinidhis receive continuous mentorship from Seva Yodhas, access to training programs and spiritual guidance, recognition ceremonies, ID cards, and community appreciation reinforce their commitment. They are connected digitally through the Project Bharat app, allowing real time collaboration and peer learning. Gurudev teaches that service itself is a source of fulfillment. When one sees lives transformed, the work becomes self rewarding. Support systems ensure they do not burn out, and regular workshops provide skill upgrades and emotional resilience techniques. This ecosystem fosters long term dedication and sustainability. How does the Project Bharat empower villages to implement environmental initiatives? Villages are guided to adopt practices such as rainwater harvesting, organic farming, afforestation, and waste management. Pratinidhis conduct awareness programs, mobilize volunteers, and track measurable outcomes like tree survival rates, water conservation, and soil health improvements. Gurudev emphasizes the connection between inner and outer ecology. Individuals who cultivate inner peace naturally care for their environment. Communities learn to integrate ancient environmental wisdom with the modern sustainable methods, ensuring ecological resilience while generating awareness about climate action. This approach empowers villagers to become custodians of their environment rather than passive observers. How does the Project Bharat ensure accountability and transparency? Accountability is maintained through digital tracking and structured reporting. The Project Bharat mobile app enables Pratinidhis to upload updates, photos, and geotag progress reports. Seva Yodha monitor these submissions and provide feedback. Central offices analyze data to generate insights, identify gaps, and deploy resources efficiently. Transparency is reinforced through community engagement. Villagers are informed about progress, budgets, and outcomes. Gurudev emphasizes that ethical leadership must be visible. Integrity is the foundation of trust. Transparency nurtures it. By combining technology with ethical supervision, Project Bharat achieves both scale and accountability. Now, can you share examples of local success stories in Project Bharat? There are countless inspiring stories. For example, Siddhant Dada Bandgar in Bamburdi, Maharashtra created 697 pratinidhis in his taluka, establishing local schools, skill centers, and environmental programs. Smita Pawar, a Seva Yodha from Shripur village, empowered women through micro enterprises and organized health camps, creating measurable improvements in literacy and wellness. Villages report higher youth participation, reduced substance abuse, and increased community collaboration. These success stories illustrate the cascading effect of empowerment. One inspired individual can catalyze widespread transformation. Gurudev often says, when one village transforms, it inspires an entire region. When one heart awakens, it lights many others. How does the Project Bharat integrate holistic education for children? Holistic education is essential for sustainable development. Project Bharat introduces children to yoga, meditation, cultural heritage, ethical values, environmental awareness, and scientific understanding. Initiatives like Shri Shri Sanskar Kendra combine cognitive learning with value based education. Schools are encouraged to incorporate life skills, empathy exercises, and leadership training. Gurudev stresses that in early inculcation of self awareness and moral clarity shapes responsible citizens who contribute positively to society. By merging spiritual practices with modern pedagogy, Project Bharat ensures children grow balanced, confident, and community oriented. How does the Project Bharat plan to scale nationally and globally? Nationally, Project Bharat leverages Pratinidhis, Seva Yodhas, and digital platforms to reach every village systematically. The 5E model ensures structured growth, monitoring systems guarantee accountability. Globally, Gurudev envisions exporting the Bharat consciousness, a model combining cultural pride, spiritual awareness, social responsibility, and sustainable development to Indian diaspora communities and international peace initiatives. The vision is for India to serve as a blueprint for integrated human development, demonstrating that spirituality, ethics, and modernity can coexist to produce harmonious societies. How does the Project Bharat encourage community driven decision making? Project Bharat places decision making power in the hands of local communities. Pratinidhis facilitate participatory meetings where villagers identify pressing issues, prioritize initiatives, and co create solutions. Whether it's water conservation, skill training, or healthcare, decisions emerge organically from collective dialogue. His Holiness Gurudev Shishi Ravi Shankarji emphasizes that empowered communities take ownership of outcomes, ensuring sustainability and commitment by blending spiritual values with democratic principles. Project Bharat nurtures accountability, inclusivity, and empathy in leadership. Communities feel a sense of pride and responsibility, reducing dependency on external authorities and fostering resilience. How are rural and urban strategic strategies aligned in Project Bharat? Though challenges differ, the vision is unified. Rural strategies focus on agriculture, skill centers, women empowerment, and holistic wellness, while urban strategies emphasize youth leadership, stress management, and cultural programs. Digital platforms connect Pratinidhis and volunteers across geographies, allowing knowledge sharing and resource optimization. Gurudev often says the same principles of service, integrity, and awareness apply everywhere. The methods adapt to the context. This integrated approach ensures that Project Bharat fosters balanced development worldwide and nationwide. Now, how does the 5E model ensure effective implementation? The 5E model of envision, educate, empower, engage, and establish provides a stepwise framework. First, communities envision a just, harmonious society. Then, they are educated about existing challenges and opportunities. Empowerment through leadership and spiritual tools equips Pratinidhis to act confidently. Engagement involves a practical implementation from skill development to environmental projects. Finally, establish ensures lasting impact by embedding dharmic principles in daily life. This systematic approach guarantees clarity, accountability, and measurable results, aligning with Gurudev's vision of a vibrant, self reliant Bharat. Now, how does the Project Bharat integrate digital literacy? Digital literacy is vital for socioeconomic progress. Project Bharat trains Pratinidhis and villagers in using smartphones, computers, and online tools. This enables e governance access, marketing of local products, skill based learning, and data reporting through the Project Bharat app. Awareness campaigns also teach safe internet usage. Gurudev highlights that bridging the digital divide empowers communities, enhances transparency, and creates opportunities for youth and women, ensuring rural regions are connected to national and global knowledge networks. How does the Project Bharat support disaster relief and resilience? Disaster preparedness is embedded in community training. Pratinidhis coordinate emergency response, relief distribution, and rehabilitation programs. They also conduct awareness on health, hygiene, and environmental safety. The spiritual dimension of meditation, stress management, and emotional resilience equips individuals to face crisis calmly. Gurudev emphasizes that inner strength translates into collective resilience, allowing communities to recover faster and sustainably from natural or social disasters. How are local traditions incorporated into Project Bharat activities? Local traditions and customs are integrated respectfully. Pratinidhis collaborate with elders and cultural practitioners to celebrate festivals, rituals, and art forms while linking them to social awareness campaigns, education, and environmental initiatives. This approach maintains cultural identity and reinforces intergenerational learning. Gurudev stresses that honoring tradition while embracing progress strengthens community cohesion and nurtures pride in one's roots. Now, how does the Project Bharat address youth stress and mental health? Mental health is a priority. Youth are trained in meditation, breathing exercises, and mindfulness techniques, addressing anxiety, academic pressure, and lifestyle challenges. Workshops also teach emotional intelligence, problem solving, and leadership. Gurudev believes that a calm mind is essential for effective action and societal contribution. By combining spiritual practices with the practical guidance, Project Bharat builds emotionally resilient, focused, and socially responsible youth leaders. How does the Project Bharat enhance social harmony in villages? Harmony is cultivated through dialogue, conflict resolution workshops, and joint service activities. Pratinidhis promote empathy, tolerance, and collaboration among different castes, religions, and social groups. Community gatherings, cultural events, and meditation sessions foster mutual respect. Gurudev often says the peace begins in the heart. Communities mirror the consciousness of their people by addressing root causes of conflict and promoting ethical conduct. Project Bharat ensures long term social cohesion. Now, how does the Project Bharat inspire volunteerism and seva culture? Gurudev has always emphasized selfless service of seva as a vehicle for transformation. Pratinidhis, youth, and volunteers actively engage in education, environmental care, women empowerment, and healthcare initiatives. Recognition, mentorship, and spiritual support sustain motivation. Project Bharat demonstrates that individual effort multiplied across communities creates large scale positive change. Volunteers experience fulfillment, growth, and inner peace, motivating a continued engagement and inspiring others to join. Now, what is Gurudev's ultimate vision for Project Bharat? His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji envisions a Bharat where every village, town, and city is harmonious, prosperous, and spiritually awakened. Citizens embody dharmic values, human empathy, and selfless service. Youth, women, and communities actively participate in nation building while preserving culture, caring for the environment, and fostering social harmony. Project Bharat seeks to create millions of pratinidhis, forming a nationwide network of conscious leaders. Gurudev believes that inner transformation precedes societal change. A peaceful, aware, and empowered individuals leads to a peaceful, aware, and empowered nation. This is a long term generational mission integrating spirituality, ethics, and practical action to establish a model for sustainable human development globally. As he often says, let us first dream and then turn it into reality. A Bharat that radiates peace, harmony, and human values to the world.